In the heart of East Africa, Kenya, a country known for its vibrant culture and breathtaking landscapes, is grappling with a dark, troubling issue: the rise of abductions. Over the past few months, there has been a significant uptick in reports of disappearances, particularly targeting Kenyans who have been vocal critics of the government. What began in June 2024 with protests against proposed hikes has evolved into a broader movement challenging President William Ruto's administration. These protests have not only brought economic issues to the forefront, but have also sparked a wave of abductions. In a recent statement, President Ruto promised to halt these abductions, a move seen by some as an admission of government involvement. However, skepticism remains high among the populace, with many waiting for concrete actions rather than words.
Sisi kama serikali tutafanya sehemu yetu, na yale yamesemekana mambo ya abduction tutakomesha, ndio vijana wa Kenya waweze kuishi kwa amani, na vile vile wawe na nidhamu na wawe wangwana, tuweze kujenga Kenya tukiwa pamoja.
As Kenya stands at this crossroads, the world watches. Will the government take decisive action towards these abductions? I am Hamston Ogega.
The Sophia and Bumpy episode is part of the So This Is Love podcast series hosted by Julia Gaido. This particular episode, titled Sophia and Bumpy Season 4 Episode 7, was released on December 19th, 2024 and has a duration of 2 hours and 30 minutes on Spotify. In this episode, Sophia shares her personal narrative detailing her relationship with Bumpy. The discussion delves into themes of love, challenges, and personal growth, providing listeners with an intimate look into their journey. The episode also addresses serious topics, including domestic and sexual violence, and offers resources for support. The So This Is Love podcast focuses on stories about love, heartbreak, and self-discovery, aiming to explore the complexities of human relationships. Here are some of the views from part of her listeners. So with regards to that Sophia and Bumpy's podcast, at what point do you think Sophia could have left that relationship?
Okay. According to me, first I think love is blind, but some people should wear glasses. Because what? Hey, at what point should Sophia have left? Venye aliona huyo Bumpy has another baby mama or whatever. He had another woman who claimed sijui anataka birth certificate, sijui a name after him. I feel like at that point it was a deal breaker for her. She could have left at that point, but she stayed. Love. No. Some things. No. Another thing is, she knew the baby mama warned her. The first baby mama warned her about, you know what, and stuff. But she still stayed, even though she could have left. Those were the red flags, but she saw them like pink, yellow, orange. But they were still red, clear red. Thank you.
With regards to the Sophia and Bumpy's podcast, who do you think was at fault?
Bumpy.
Why?
Bumpy is a manipulator person. He's a man manipulator. If you know men are manipulators. Bumpy manipulated Sophia so much in that relationship. To tell her to go look for girls so that she can have threesomes with. That was very outrageous, first of all. Second of all, he's somebody who when you're abused to like the violence, the everything. That's so bad. And he messed with Sophia's mental health per se. Because what she went through at her age, 21, 22 there, it's so bad. Because I was looking at her like someone who's like me at my age, going through all those things because of a man. No, that's why I think he was at fault. He caused everything, the pain, the torment, the torture, everything is on him. He needs therapy.
Okay, so you know kuna kwanga na mother-in-laws. So there is Bumpy's mother-in-law. What do you think about her?
Bumpy's mother-in-law, she should see the door. That woman, because how can you tell somebody comes to you, your daughter-in-law comes to you with bruises on her face, amefura uso, and then you tell her that that's how marriage works? Where? How? So because now I'm being beaten, that's how marriage works? No, it was bad, even though like mothers should support their sons, not when they are wrong, not when they're hurting someone, not when they're hurting someone who could be a daughter. That's so bad. Bumpy's mother, I don't think he has any motherly love, because what was that? She's coming to you, she has your grandchild first of all, and you're there telling her that it's normal, or how marriage works, let's talk to him. Talk to him what? I thought that was so bad. First of all, woman to woman, that was so bad. She sat there and she saw how Sophia was abused, beaten, and she didn't say anything. She wanted to think that Sophia was at fault, and that made Sophia, even that made Sophia feel like she's the one at fault, like she's the problem. And she was not the problem, Bumpy was the problem. So the mother-in-law, no. Mother-in-laws out there who are wicked like that, that's not nice. Yeah.
Okay. The last question.
Yeah.
What can you tell the girls out there? Because there are a lot of girls like Sophia who are like quiet in relationships that are really hurting them. What can you tell them?
I will tell them, so long as you feel like, first of all, in our age, dating is not a must. You can stay single. No one is forcing you to date, first of all. Don't date a man because you just want to date. And you can't change a man, first of all. You can never change a man. And you can't want to force a man into commitment and into dating, whatever. If a man does not want commitment, he does not want commitment. You can't force a man. Second of all, what I'll tell a girl like me right now, if you're dating someone and you feel like you are being drained by the relationship, just don't stay there. And second, and also, don't date a man who has a baby mama and who has that big age gap between you and him. Like 10 plus year age gap is a no. And if you have a baby mama, ask yourself, why did that girl become a baby mama, not become the wife? That's the first thing you should ask yourself. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like Bumpy is at fault because first of all, the age gap is huge. So it feels like he's taking advantage of the situation, yeah? And which is something that a lot of people tend to do, especially with the fact that they tend to say that we as Gen Zs are very woke, we are mature, and then they just start blaming you. So, Bumpy.
So the second question, what advice would you give like other Sophias? Because there are other Sophias in relationships. So what advice would you give them?
You're not alone. Shit like this happens. Feel free to reach out whenever you need help. And it's a gradual process of letting go. It's something that will change eventually, but there's the acceptance that you need to go through first. Yeah. Plus you're strong, very strong. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, so what's your take on the whole Bumpy and Sophia situation?
First things first, can you just take a moment to just admit that Bumpy is a whole narcissist, manipulator and gaslighter on his own. Like, I'm sure the devil is somewhere just taking notes from his tactics, because all of that trash from one person, well, that's someone when you're gonna skills kamisa. And don't even get me started on the like Bumpy's mom. What was that like? Unasikia tu vizuri Sophia is getting abused, and then like zua mambo ya marriage, hatufai kuwa nje. Like, what if the mother does that? Like, you can't even feel the pain for someone else's child. And then on Bumpy's baby mom, that woman was wale wa liberty. Let me go to her woman to woman. Like the baby mama was just weird on her own, and then alikuwa anamruhusu like Bumpy used to like give her permission to even aende kwake pike. Like baby mama mwenye mshako sana na anakuja anapika na anakaa kama kwake. That was just so weird. In short, Bumpy, I don't know, should be in hell or somewhere, because I'd see yake. Yes, that's it.
The fires, mainly the Palisades and Eton fires, have raged unchecked, fueled by Santa Ana winds and dry conditions. They've consumed over 37,000 acres, with the Palisades fire alone destroying more than 5,300 structures, making it one of the most destructive fires in California's history. The firefighters from across California and even out of state have been mobilized in what can only be described as Herculean effort. Over 8,000 personnel are on the ground backed by aerial support, yet containment remains a challenge. The Aton Fire has seen some progress, slowing its forward movement, but the Palisades fire is still at 0% containment. The human toll is heartbreaking, for at least 24 lives have been lost, with numbers expected to rise as search and rescue operations continue. Over 150,000 residents have been under evacuation orders, with many stories of loss and resilience emerging. Communities have rallied together, with donation centers overflowing and volunteers stepping up to aid those affected. The response has been overwhelming, showcasing the spirit of Los Angeles in the face of adversity. Air quality has plummeted, with health advisories in place due to the hazardous conditions caused by smoke and particulate matter. The environmental impact will be felt for years to come, as we've seen water supplies affected and the natural habitat severely damaged. Governor Gavin Newsom has called for an investigation into the water supply issues that hindered firefighting efforts, and President Biden has pledged federal assistance for the next 180 days to aid in recovery efforts. The economic cost is estimated to exceed $50 billion, making this a potentially the costliest wildfire disaster in the United States history. As the fires continue to burn, the focus is now shifting towards containment and recovery. Firefighters are bracing for more wind, which could exacerbate the situation. But there's a cautious optimism with each small step towards controlling these blazes. The road to recovery will be long for Los Angeles, but the resilience of its people shines through. From all of us here at the ACES station, stay safe and keep those affected in your thoughts. I am Napanu Neshakwet.